Hi guys, and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Friday the 30th of September 2022. Thanks for joining me. I want to use the Tarot of the Cat People today. And let me show you some of the cards. Yesterday in the comments, someone mentioned that they actually appreciate seeing the cards. So I love this deck just because the cards are just so adorable. The colors are beautiful. And it's not scary or frightening in any way. It's like a tool, which is what the tarot I feel is about. So even the death card here isn't that scary. Okay, so let's see what's coming up here on Friday and what this day is going to look like, what the energy is all about, and really this is what the tarot wants you to know. Let's have a look. So the first card is the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so that's a big deal because it's a major arcana card, and the Wheel of Fortune talks about your destiny. You get to a crossroads in your life and there's a choice to be made and you move in a different direction. So it is significant. You know, like one of those moments you look back on and you say, well, if I hadn't done that, if I hadn't gone to the store that day and randomly bumped into this person, I would have never had this career I could have never imagined. It's that kind of thing. Then we have the Nine of Swords. That's worry. And that's trying to control your circumstances, which is counter to this, really. And then finally, got the Ace of Cups in reverse. Okay, and that's the problem. So what the cards are saying is that on this day, there are amazing opportunities to live your life, to meet new people, to make decisions, to make plans for the future, to look at your job and to say, am I happy or do I want to change my path? Where do I see myself in a year or in 5 months or in 3 years, whatever it may be? The Wheel of Fortune, usually they're in many different decks, they have different ways of symbolizing that when you're at the top, you can feel like you're queen of the world and just have a great dark time. And then other times you're down here and you're being disrespected and dismissed, and it's just not a good place to be. And then we have these middle places. But the key thing about the Wheel of Fortune is that at the center, this wheel sometimes is replaced by a sun. And it means that at the center of the wheel is you and the decisions you make. So it says that you, to some degree, have a part in most of the things that happen in your life because the choices you make have consequences. And they will lead to a place where you feel empowered and fulfilled, or a place where the opposite is true. So the Wheel of Fortune is saying that there are certain decisions in life and there are moments where we do have control and our decisions really determine the course of the future. And when this card comes up, it's a warning that one of these moments has appeared. So today there is a choice to be made. Look at, ultimately, I think looking at the information and listening to what someone else says, like if it's a job offer and someone says, okay, we're going to move you here and employ you for 5 years, and that's all very well, but still check in with your intuition. And because of the Wheel of Fortune, that's the key to check in with yourself first and foremost. And if that gives you the green light and says, yes, this feels good, go ahead, then please do it. So now we have the Nine of Swords, and this is where I feel the shadow self can try and sabotage you, because you do have these amazing opportunities and you can make these great choices. What then happens via the Nine of Swords, usually this is someone who's sitting up in bed, head in hands, worried at 3 a.m. that things are going to go horribly wrong. So it's someone who isn't taking action. They're ruminating. They're painting a picture of the worst possible scenario. And the whole thing about worrying is it's an attempt to create security. So if, my partner goes on a business trip for 7 days and I struggle with jealousy and I just feel this person is going to be unfaithful to me, then I can sit there for the week and just go over and over how horrible it would be to find out that the partner had been unfaithful. And I don't know if you agree with this, let me know if you don't, but to me, often painting those scenarios is kind of like practicing an argument. You're trying to prepare yourself for the worst so that when it does happen, you won't go to pieces and you're somewhat mentally prepared. In my experience, that's a futile exercise. It's a waste of your time, because 99% of the things that do happen that are negative aren't even things that we could have expected and that we could have worried about to make ourselves feel safer. So the whole thing is pointless, and the solution to the Nine of Swords is having faith in the process. And the Wheel of Fortune kind of gives you that, because you get evidence on this day that things are moving, things are happening, and that you can engage with the process. So really, the solution here, the way not to sabotage yourself, is to take action and to say, okay, I'm going to seize the moment here, seize the day. And with the Ace of Cups upside down, the Ace of Cups, when it's this way around, it's a gift from the universe. Water represents love and connection and spirituality and your connection to something bigger. So it's that sense of everything's going to work out in the end because I know something bigger supports me. I know there's a plan for my life. I have faith that this situation is going to work out the way it's meant to, because I'm listening to my guidance, I'm making the right decisions, I feel that I can, and I'm leaving the rest up to the universe. To me, that faith is real strength. Because if you're in that space of contentment and everything's going to go okay, you're really going with the flow of something positive. But when you start worrying, you could put kind of blocks in place, the flow becomes more complex and things start to go awry. So that's why I have a big sense that if you are in this place of serenity and peace, it's something that ought to be valued because it's hard to come by. Especially like on this day when the card is in reverse, because when it's in reverse, it's like, I don't have faith. This cat starts to appear now. I didn't really notice it when it was this way around. It was just floating weirdly. But here it looks suspended and paralyzed and not particularly happy. So the message is that faith, that everything's going to work out, and that if I do take a chance, I'll get the best possible outcome, that isn't there today. You look at it much more negatively and you say, oh, well, let's look at the statistics. The last 5 people who've attempted this didn't turn out very well, so I'm probably going to fail too. And that's where the shadow self hops on the train and says, okay, let's try and stop you from taking this chance, this opportunity, by talking yourself out of it with negative self-talk and negative potential futures that you paint for yourself in horrible, bright red colors. It makes sense. If I don't have faith that everything's going to work out for the best, then I'm going to try and manage it myself. And on this day, the attempt to manage is through worrying and saying, I'm going to shield myself for all these horrible things that are coming. The problem is those shields then block your path and you end up going nowhere and doing nothing. You just sit there and stress yourself out. The key is to act and let the world prove to you that things do work out well. Ultimately, this is a positive card. It's saying that if you jump on one of these risks or chances that aren't guaranteed, they're going to work in your favor. So it's through action that you then regain your faith that everything will work out. Because the physical world proves it to you today based on your actions and based on the decision that you will move forward and not curl up in a ball and withdraw and worry. So no matter how much concern you've got floating around, I think the key is realizing that you are not in control of every aspect of your life. Certain things are uncontrollable, but you can still align yourself with all the good stuff. And it's really not up to you to figure it all out. I think it's up to us to sort of have faith that things will work out in the end. They will work out nicely. So if you do this today and you really keep moving forward, not only does it give you evidence that it's a good idea to have faith, but also you're able to create proof that you can do it, that you are capable, that your decisions are good decisions. So you can build a better and stronger relationship with yourself as a result of this day. Have a fabulous time. If you'd like the numbers. 10 and 9 is what? 19 and 1 is 20. 20 reduces to 2 in numerology, and 2 is about cooperation and relationships. So that says to me that if there is a chance in one of your relationships, if there's an opportunity to create a relationship, if there's anything that allows you to move down a different path, a new course in your relationship life. And that could be family, friendship, colleagues, lovers, anyone you can have a relationship with. Yeah, that's the biggest chance I'm getting. So please do take that risk and don't worry about rejection and don't immediately assume that that other person isn't going to be interested. You don't know that until you try. Yeah, so that's... you don't know until you try, so don't make up disappointments that don't even exist. All right. So I hope you have a great day. If you'd like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. On the front page, click on Book Your Reading to audio reading with me. In my personal readings, I use the tarot, the numbers, numerology, and astrology. I combine all three systems to answer your questions. If you've got any questions about your life purpose, your destiny, things that you can let go of that don't really support you, love, relationships, home life, career, travel, education, anything at all really, then please do get in touch with me for a personal reading. And also, I look at what's coming up in future via your progress chart, your transits, and your solar return chart, if it's around or near your birthday. So if you're interested in any of that, then please do get in touch with me. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Please hit subscribe and share the video online. Have an amazing day, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.